Welcome, y'all. OG Murphy here with you. We are gonna play our normal Tuesday night game. As a reminder, my Tuesday night game is my home game. These guys are nice enough to let me stream it, but they do not moderate their behavior at all. It's their home game too, and so this is just a super casual game that we all play together. The rules are homebrew. We're playing fast and loose. We play based on Pathfinder rule set, but there have been a lot of like 5e mechanics which have been adapted and creatures which have been adapted from 5e to Pathfinder and vice versa. And really, that only matters for adding a CMD into CMB. Anyway, uh, we are we're getting ready to play. Let's do a recap. Let's play some D&D. All
You,
right, I'm back. I'm
obviously.
live.
Besides the DM.
You.
Besides the DM.
Besides the DM,
You,
I
Anthony,
speak
you,
the most,
you.
right? So
Which
then I
is
think
why
Oh yeah.
you're the
Oh
you're
yeah.
the
Absolutely.
obvious choice to do the
Undoubtedly.
recap.
I
Obvious choice.
don't mean to do that.
You know, we want to.
No, I understand that you're
speak to
filling
people's
space.
strengths. Anthony, your strength is talking. So why don't you go
So
ahead
that's
and
why I think you should
recap.
shine during this period.
I speak a lot at work. It's fine. Let's see. What did we do?
Sounds like Tyler's giving us a recap. Let's hear it, bud.
I just rolled. I
right.
just rolled a higher diplomacy.
IRL.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. All right. All I have in my notes is orcs in the mine after 2 hours. First break of light.
Oh, you're a great note taker.
That's all I have in my notes. So let's see. I'll extrapolate from there. So the party was initially split when we started the campaign and the session last time. Most of the party was at some random bar they decided to go to instead of the predetermined location we were going to meet, thus causing confusion for the rest of the party, which was...
Is this a recap or a griping session?
This is my recap. You handed me the floor of recapable things, and so Scyther and I were
Scyther?
Kythar.
Scyther.
Kythar attack.
Kythar and I were at the rundown ship that I forget the name of. Didn't write down.
The Salty Lantern.
The Salty Lantern instead of whatever random bar the rest of the party decided to go to.
Can I help him?
Let him when he's done.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm finished, dude.
Yeah.
You skipped over a big thing, so that's
Oh,
why
hold
I
on.
wanted
You
to help.
fill it in. If he forgets it, you can fill it in. Just
Okay.
go
Wow,
ahead.
that's so much pressure to get it right.
This is great.
Okay.
And then we went to. Did we go to the? Did we go
Who
to
are
the?
you
dude?
asking?
Soda. Did we go to the
We
dude?
went to the governor's mansion before.
Went to the
we
governor's
Salty
mansion.
Saloon.
Yeah, and then
We
and
met
then I
with the
pretended.
governor's son and his shitty friends.
Yeah, I pretended like we were more important than we probably actually are, in order to get an audience with.
I think you bluff checked that
Lord?
we defeated a dragon.
Yeah. We saved the people of Irrigan from a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I bluff checked because technically we didn't do anything at all. We were just there when it happened.
We beat the
We saved some people, sure, yeah, but we didn't do anything with the dragon.
That's not true. We're the reason why the dragon attacked the town.
That
Well, we
has
didn't say
nothing to
that.
do with
That-
saving people.
Yeah, it's irrelevant,
Yeah.
Anthony. Irrelevant. You don't need to bring facts
Honor,
into this.
You don't need to bring
Hearsay. And then
Technically, we're criminals,
Technically, we're criminals.
right?
It's the
I
best
didn't even think
recap
about
ever.
it that way. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
No,
We didn't do
revolutionary.
anything wrong. We did what we were hired to do.
Yeah.
So we have to meet. We have a meeting with the governor because his son is inept and not a good statesman at all. We have a meeting at the first 2 hours after the first break of light with the Lord to discuss the orcs that are in the mine. And the remainder of the party, after almost getting themselves murdered by pirates in the bar, I believe it was after, what is your name, Joe?
See,
Reed.
Reed.
Read it.
challenged them or almost started some shit. I think it was Reed. Sorry if it's not Reed. But then somebody with some quick thinking, who I don't remember. I
That
think
was
it was
Simone.
maybe Simone.
That was Simone.
I thought it was maybe Chris. Well, Simone diffused the situation, and then fucking Chris, what's your character's name?
Sigbert?
Sigbert
Sigbert.
came in with the valuable inquiry to the bartender after Reed was unable to procure the information, was able to sleuth his way to the road to the south of town that would lead us to potentially find the next magic item that Cade has sent us to find.
The ruins, about a few
Ruins.
days ride, I believe. Yes.
Yep. So I believe the tentative
Um,
goal for the party was to talk to the governor and then go down said path. But Soto, hit me with it.
so with the governor, there was two things. One was there's trouble in the mines, and one other potential quest was there was a band of orcs that were like attacking supply wagon. So there was two potential issues that he wanted to talk about. To the sun, and we went there originally to use the library, but the governor was not available. I don't know if he was at a meeting or he was gone for the day.
Oh, and they
But
laughed
after
at
you
the
were able
word
to bluff
library
check,
too, because it's not really a library,
yeah, it's books.
but there are books.
Yes. We made our way back to Salty Saloon. They got in a fight, or potentially almost got in a fight, in the Sailor's Bar at the first bar that they went.
Yeah, those of you who went to that bar, anybody remember its name?
That's the one thing I forgot to fucking write down.
That's fair.
Screaming Fauci.
Hang on, I think I
There you go.
Nice. Good. Good job, Stover. You're the
Kind of hard
memory
to forget.
You're the memory bank of this party.
I tried to
At
give
least
them
the
memorable
reserve.
names. I tried to give the places good, solid, memorable names.
I remember,
the Salty Lantern. I know.
Yeah.
I saw you remembered it last session too, and that was
Yeah,
made my
because
heart
I like
happy.
that one. That's a good one.
That made my heart happy.
The Screaming Falchion. I should have remembered that one. I just really like the Salty Lantern.
It makes you feel better. I forget every name, so it's not.
Oh, and to add additional things on this, the town that what's Edge Town itself is
Right.
run by like different guilds. There's like the Mariners Guild, the Carriers Guild, and other things like that. I think there's an overseer, Jordanus Mallium, who kind of he is the guild leader, the couriers. He's the courier guild leader, I believe.
Merchants Guild.
Merchant guild leader, yeah. And he's like the most powerful guy. Lord Estebar second, the most powerful guy, which is the guy who I believe we're going to see. That's his estate.
Yes, yes, that's the guy.
Yes. And and there's also I wrote down Karnak and I put religious ceremony. Imagine does that ring a bell to anyone?
Carmack?
No.
Maybe
Mhm.
Karrak.
Karak. That's the name of
Karak.
the large city to the north of you guys, the big, huge
Who
desert city.
who does religious ceremonies, and that's where they do a lot of their shipping out of.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's a super, super concise. Does anybody have anything to add? I think that's excellent, though.
No.
Well, then, big thanks all around for the recap. You guys are paying attention, and it does. It makes my heart happy. Okay, so then let's do a super quick character introduction. I am going to start as Monzo, the human monk. He's a big boy. He's a large, bald man with an aptitude for cooking and eating lots of food. Faster than you'd expect him to be when he needs to be. I will be playing Monzo for at least the beginning of the session. And we're going to go in Discord order because it's easy for me to keep track that way. But reverse Discord order. Soto, you're up.
I'm a drunk barbarian.
What's your name?
Factor.
Cool.
Scyther? Oh,
Kythar, Anthony. Kythar.
oh, sorry. I wouldn't want to make
God.
that terrible mistake.
It's
Why
stupid.
would you do that?
Great. Kythar, drunk barbarian. Chris, talk about your character.
I am Sigbert. I am a human fighter. I am um, uh, mid to late 40s. Got a sword and a battle axe, and yep, I'm Sigbert.
Stover, tell us about you.
Sure, I'm playing Arthur Struva. He's a human gunslinger, level 5. And then he's on a quest to find a family heirloom.
Love it. Joe, tell us about your character.
I am Reed. I am but a boy.
Okay, can you tell us your age? Make sure.
I
I
am
don't like.
I am
Okay.
18.
Okay, thank God.
On the nose.
I think I've said that every time. I think I've said that every time.
You're really Dane cooking us.
But a boy, 18, fresh out of the church, on. Yep, there's some trauma there.
Oh God.
That's Reed.
All right. Anthony, tell us about you.
I play Simone, who is a Cholo elf, whose background was a merchant, and that's how he got his powers. Was stumbling upon like an ancient ruin, and that's where he found Will, his eidolon,
Who is currently?
Can I ask you?
who is currently a sassy cat.
There you go. Love it.
Can I ask a question about that real quick about your past?
You can ask it in character.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are going to start in the tavern. Give it a second. You'll get a second in character. Tyler, finish us off.
I play Tesk. He's a young elf. He's only 50-ish. I have to look at my character sheet for the exact age, which I don't have up.
That's good.
He is.
I think he's 60.
He's
Or
60.
yeah.
That's canon. I'll update it on. He's now 60 years old, and he escaped from the College of Arcane Arts to find practical uses for magic rather than studying magic in a book. But he still really likes books, but he also likes doing shit. And I think he first encountered Simone on the road and got dragged into this whole mess. But willingly.
Well, you dragged your compatriots into a mess when you all first started together because you fell flat on your ass and attracted some gators that you guys had to fight off. So,
Oh, that was me?
That was
Good
you.
job.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Best of sneaky. Okay. I want to run some D&D for you guys. So that is you guys. Thank you so much for reintroducing your characters. We start the following day. You all have been in Runeswick for really, or not Runeswick, I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of work building. You guys are in Edgetown.
Yeah.
You guys have been in Edgetown for really only, less than a day because you got to town more than halfway through the day yesterday, and it was just a whirlwind of barcade, bar, looking for a library, back to a bar, sleep. Like that was like a few hours was how you guys spent that time. And so you guys are waking up in the what were the cruise quarters of the Salty Lantern, which is a large ship which has been beached and converted into a bar and inn. You guys all came back here to land after your time spent seeking information, which, to your credit, you were keeping the sensitivity of that information in mind all the time while you were out and about. You came back to the Lantern, and there were individuals. It was very full of people, and quite a few of them were eyeing your folks' gear. And you guys went up to your rooms and rested for the night. And I need everyone to make me a charisma saving roll, please.
Oh, fuck.
Can you promote me, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm good until I need to roll.
That's a
Oh.
D20,
That's
correct?
a D20.
Yeah.
And I just need a minute. Just add your charisma modifier to it, whatever it is.
Oh,
And I gotta find a blank sheet.
it
I'll put mine
almost
in
landed
chat.
on 20.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and put it in chat. That is great. Natural dirty 0. Oh man. Okay, that's everybody's roll. Everybody's in.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Monzo? Did Monzo roll?
Oh, Monzo did roll. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
Okay. As you all awake, specifically Arthur, Reed, and Sigbert. You know, as you guys are donning your gear, collecting your bags, getting ready to leave for the day, the three of you notice that the magical item that you have just been gifted from your new wizard friend is not where you left it, and is nowhere to be seen. And as you guys start the process of looking around, each of you finds in a fairly obvious place in one of your rooms, it's on the foot of the bed. In another one of your rooms, it's, you know, on the dresser. But you each have a note which says, "Graveyard, 1 hour after sunrise. Hood, Huude, loves flowers." And sitting next to this note is this like beautiful, like blue purple with yellow highlights, like crystalline opalescent flower, which looks just super incredibly delicate. Like they're on these like little stands, and like this is the kind of thing that like anything short of holding it very delicately will certainly cause this thing to break. And the rest of you, your gear is where it's supposed to be. You open your doors, and you guys all meet in. I mean, you guys can search your individual rooms here, but for narrative purposes, to open up the conversation to everyone, you know, I'm assuming everybody kind of meets in the hallway to debrief each other about what's going on here. So, for my three individuals who are missing something, is there anything specifically you want to do before talking with your party?
Yeah, I'm just trying to check here. Single item, individual or item. Are the others around me?
That's what I'm asking. If you want to do something before you start interacting with the others.
Oh, reading the note and then the flower. So the item is sitting on top of the flower.
No, the item is gone. In
Oh,
addition
I
to the
see.
item being gone, placed somewhere in your room in an obvious place, is this note and this flower.
I see. I see. I want to do. Can I cast Detect Evil on? Um. The note.
You can, and the note comes back neutral.
Interesting. I'm going to leave it where it's at. I want to I want to read it again. Could you? Because I didn't get to write everything down.
It said, "Graveyard, 1 hour after sunrise." And then it said, "Hood, Huude.
Huude.
Yes. Hood
Okay.
loves flowers.
All right. I'm gonna go downstairs and wait for the others.
We're gonna meet in the
You
hallway.
guys are meeting in the hallway.
Yeah.
You guys are meeting
I'll
before
meet in the
you're
hallway
in a
then,
public
yes.
space, essentially, is what's happening.
I will meet in the hallway and wait for the others.
Arthur, is there anything you'd like to do before you meet the others?
Ditto what Reed did, and then to meet the others.
Sigbert, is there anything you would like to do?
No, I'm just gonna go meet the others.
Great. You all arrive in the hallway together.
Hey, did anybody get is anybody else's item missing? And they get a weird note?
I'm gonna
No.
check my hand, and I'm gonna see that it's still there, and be like, "Nah, fool, I still got it." I'm gonna point at it.
No,
It's,
everybody else has their items?
I do
I
not.
don't have mine.
I look at my hand and like I panic for a second to check my pouch. It's like, oh, thank God. I put my ring on.
Did you get a message also from Hood?
Hood? Hootie?
Hood loves flowers?
Yeah, this
Yeah, I
Howard
got the
feller.
same note.
What the fuck is he?
I'm gonna look at you guys and kind of puzzly and be like, what you fools talking about?
Our items are missing. That we got from
You got robbed?
You misplace it?
from
I'm
where
assuming they left this note and then this flower. Um,
Can I detect magic on that flower?
You can. Yeah, it is a it is a flower which typically only grows in like fey environments, which attributes to its like kind of otherworldly like color and sheen. But the flower itself is not like inherently magical. It just tends to grow in magical places.
Gotcha. So it's not. So nothing pops up there.
There'd be like some super low level residual magic, and that's what you would like infer from this. You're like, oh, this grew somewhere magical.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna look at it and be that's like a little magical and shit.
a little magical? But
Well, like that kind of flower only grows in like magical areas.
what
What kind of areas? I don't know.
I don't know. They're asking us to meet in a graveyard?
Well, didn't they ask for like flowers too?
And we can bring flowers.
I think they might be referencing this specific flower, but
I didn't want to touch it unless I knew it was harmless.
I'm also so it's like still in your room.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to Reed's room and open the door,
I'll follow right behind him.
and I'm going to mage hand the flower.
Okay. And your mage hand is able to pick it up. I don't know how far up you want.
One non-magical, unattended object weighing up to 5 pounds. You point your finger at an object and can lift it up
Yeah.
and move it at will from a distance.
Yeah. So as you lift
Yeah.
it, the only thing that's important is the stand. The stand like falls over. Like it needs the flower to stand up. The stand like falls
Okay.
over, but you're holding the flower.
Gotcha. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna tell Reed to put his hands out. I'm gonna be, hey fool, put your hands out,
I'm
and
gonna put my hand out.
I'm gonna slowly like level it down to his hand and be like, hey, you gotta protect that. It's like hella delicate and shit. I think Sigbert's right. You're gonna need that for like tonight, or I'm gonna kind of
1
look out the
hour.
window. I'm assuming it's around sunrise.
1 hour after sunrise.
Is the daylight right now? Where are we?
Yeah, like day is
Okay.
breaking. Is when
Okay,
days are waking
okay.
up, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look out the window and be like, yeah, like an hour. You better keep that close.
Okay. We'll do. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look for spells while other people go.
Okay. So what time do we have that like meeting with the governor? And I'm looking at the
It's-
party.
It's 2 hours after sunset or after sunrise.
Well, it sounds like we gotta like deal with this shit pretty quickly, so we can get to like the governor.
We don't
Should we
have
start
to go
heading
meet
to
the
the
governor.
graveyard now? How far is the graveyard from here?
I don't even know where the graveyard is, puto.
You guys walked past the graveyard on your way into town. Like you walked on that kind of main path
Okay.
through, and it's like across from the main gate, basically. Like way on the
Gotcha.
outside of the wall.
So I'll redact that and be like, well, if we deal with this like hella quickly, maybe we can get to the governor, or we can split up.
I'm gonna look at the other three. Are we comfortable with that? We don't know who it is.
we don't. But I mean, I'm sure we could take them.
All right.
I'd rather we all show up in strength for a surprise meeting. I'd rather not split up.
Yeah, Probably shouldn't split up for this meeting the stranger guy.
Maybe
Maybe
I'll.
we could.
Well, this side wants to stick together, and I'm gonna point with my other hand. And I'm like, this side wants to split up.
Well, why don't we just whoever wants to go to the graveyard, just come over here, and we'll go to the graveyard.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to go to the graveyard.
Right. I'm gonna look at the other two like we have to go. So
Yeah, we've got to deliver flowers to some necromancer.
Well, mainly necromancers don't go hanging out in graveyards at like, daylight.
wait, why am I not? There we go.
All right,
Don't you mean
Uh,
vampires?
I'll head with you guys.
Uh,
Sorry if you can hear him. I'll be like, I can head with you guys, and we'll go to the governor's mansion after that.
all right, perfect. Ready, break.
Okay.
Thundercats.
Oh,
So you guys are heading to the graveyard.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
As you guys are heading out, Yalt, the barkeep, flags you down. Says, "Hold on, I have something for you." And he comes out from
Hope it's
behind.
flowers.
Comes out from behind the bar and hands you a note from Monzo, and it says, I had some business that I had to tend to. I had some personal business I had to tend to. We'll tell you about it when I get back. Good luck.
That dude's just eating.
Honestly, I'm surprised you could write a note.
Yeah, it didn't seem too smart.
But you guys head out, and you head. Let me load up the Edgetown map so you guys can do some visualizing. Edgetown. Okay. So you guys are walking from the ship, the Salty Lantern. And, there's a couple different ways to go. This is the Lord's Manor, Lord Estebar's estate. And so that's where you guys have your meeting in 2 hours. This is the graveyard over here, which is where some of you have your meeting in 1 hour. This is that kind of main gate that you guys were coming and going from yesterday to go to the walled section, and the Screaming Falchion is inside the walled section. Just to give you guys a visual for where you are. So you guys are. It's only going to take you 5-10 minutes to walk across town. So you guys are going to be there well before your meeting. Is there anything you'd like to do before then? Before you get to the graveyard itself, I guess.
Well, I'm assuming besides the tavern, everything else is closed.
Yeah, I mean, it's daylight, so this is about the time that shops open. Usually the shops open at first light, so there's, you guys could probably head into town and find some shops open at this point.
Yeah, I wanted to go in because I shot some crossbow bolts,
Okay.
and I need to go replenish some basic stuff.
Yeah, no big deal. You can do some DM shopping if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole. It's fine.
Yeah, then
yeah.
bolts are super accessible, available. You're more than welcome to purchase as many of them as you want. It's a common enough item. She does have some specialty ammo in her shop if you are going to predictable projectiles. So if you are interested in that, I don't think you guys have that kind of cash right now, though.
No.
So-
I don't. I definitely do not have enough
Okay.
gold.
Great. Then give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up some notes. You guys are flying. Okay. You guys.
Can I?
No, go for it, please.
Oh, I just kind of wanted in characters hey, do you guys remember any shady characters? I know we're at a random tavern last night, but do you remember anybody looking at us weirdly? Or at least you guys?
I was trying to hit on the Highness Fool. I didn't see anybody besides them.
Well, there's more pointed to the guys who got pickpocketed, or I don't know, robbed from. robbed. Probably a better term.
I didn't notice anybody shady.
Distorted.
Really see anything crazy?
Stover.
That's
Oh.
not his name.
Thank you.
Fucking. Arthur.
Arthur.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Good save.
I don't remember if I saw anyone last night. Unless I got to roll a wisdom check or something, DM.
You are more than welcome to roll a wisdom check if you want, but I'm going to base it off of any checks that you guys actually did the night before, and I'll save you guys some time. The only one of you who bothered
did
to
not.
look around was Simone.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
You did.
I was gonna say I remember our illustrious DM kept on referring to shady people looking at us and looking at our 5 pieces of
In that case, can I do a
enchanted
wisdom check?
items.
Please do.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
15. That's usually a pretty good DC for our level.
You remember that you guys were in the Screaming Falchion, and nobody would like. There were all eyes on you there, but that was for a completely different reason. That's because you
Mhm.
guys like didn't belong here. Basically, you stood out. You stuck out. In the Salty Lantern, you guys actually like you guys stand out everywhere you go, but there are like actually people like wearing leather armor and shit in the Salty Lantern. Like you guys don't blend in, but as full as it was last night, like it's as close as you guys could ask for. And you were worried that somebody was going to be listening in on your conversation as you were at the Screaming Falchion, and they didn't seem to be listening as much as they were looking, eyeing gear the night before.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be like, fool, everyone was looking at us in there. Kind of hard to tell who wasn't looking at us. At least they were looking at our gear. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna point at Kaithar's weapon. I'm gonna be like, dude, that's like a full salary for some puto. I'm also
What's a
basically what I'm
salary?
saying is it's like what you get for a year. It doesn't matter, fool. So like everyone was like hella looking at us. So like it could be
All
anyone.
right.
So
Well,
let's just like if you need some health potions or get like a refill with some liquor and shit, we should go get this now. Cause this graveyard puto might be like hey, I got your shit. Come and try to get me. And we're gonna have to like helicap that puto. So be prepared is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, that's a great point. Let me go and speak with the merchant real quick. Hopefully he's open.
And I'm all
Merchant.
I'm gonna look to Reed really quick, and I'm gonna be like, and Reed, remember, fool, what we learned from that sailor tavern. Try to be like more direct with like what you want and shit, because then people, they can't infer.
All right.
I'm all, you got this. I'm gonna give him a little pat. I'm all, but don't fuck up again, puto. And I'm gonna and then I'm gonna walk away.
All right.
And you guys get take over.
So, want to do a quick shopping DM?
Yeah, I mean, just everything's at market value. This place is a little out of the way, but for basic supplies, anything you buy at a general store, you can get that. Health potions are going to be market price here. Unless you're trying to buy out their stock or something, in which case, they might
No.
go up. But you can just do your own. Just send me a list of what you're buying, and we'll figure out cost. It's all public. It's all online. So, is anybody specifically not going through the merchants or have anything they want to do before the time of your meeting?
I do not.
I
Yeah.
specifically want to flip my cloak around to the raggedy side.
That's probably a good choice. Chris, that heard you start up.
I was just saying, I'm ready to go
Okay.
off to the graveyard. Stab some ghosts.
Okay. Cool. Then, as you guys finish up your shopping, I know some of you are literally still finishing up your shopping. Don't worry about. We'll settle the money bit later to keep
Perfect.
things rolling. And you guys approach the graveyard, and it's early morning light, so the shadows are still long, and it's one of those times where graveyards just kind of have this energy, at those twilight and dusk hours, and you guys are definitely kind of in that space right now.
Okay.
The only individual you can see while you approach is like this Quasimodo looking motherfucker with like hunched over, like warts all over his skin, like face is super like twisted and contorted. One of his lips like combines with a nostril, and it like just always has like some combination of snot and drool coming out of it. And he seems to be like working very hard on building some like coffins. Like he's sitting there like with his hammer and is like picking up these boards and is like having a tough time with it. But he's the only person around, and he's got his back to you. He's like working on these coffins.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at the rest of the party and be like, "Hey, puto, you food?"
I'm
I
sorry.
think his name's Hood.
Oh, Hood.
Sorry. I'm gonna be like, sorry, Reed. Hey, puto, you hood?
At the sound of Hood, he's gonna turn, and you're gonna get the full like brunt of his ugliness at you. And I have a question. My
Yeah.
people with flowers. Did you take them? Did you leave them? What did you guys do with them?
I still have mine in hand.
Arthur took his.
And how did Arthur and Sigbert get their flowers here?
Arthur just threw it
I
in his
would've-
satchel.
Mm.
What'd you do, Sigbert?
I would have probably. I would have just carried it in my hand, probably.
Okay.
Not very like delicately, but not like haphazardly. Like kind of just like, oh, I've got a flower.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. So you guys approach, and Hood has heard you guys say this, or this creature who is Hood, turns and sees all of you, and sees Reed and Sigbert both holding a flower, and his face like lights up in what you guys assume is some kind of smile, and the only real clue to that is the kind of like squeal snort sound. And he like hobbles his way over to you guys like pretty quickly. He just kind of like tumbles forward slowly, and he's just like kind of got like these hands out, like coming towards Reed, who's close.
How fast is he coming towards me?
I describe it as a shamble. So not.
He's not like running at me. He's
It's a
like
jog.
hobbling.
It's a shambling jog.
That's a trot.
Trot.
I'm gonna look at Reed and be like, "Hey, puto, give him the flower."
I'm just gonna hold it out at like arm's length
And he's gonna
and like patiently wait for him. Like, I think this is for you.
and he like comes to like almost like a skidding stop in front of you, and like stops and like looks up at you and like makes eye contact with you with one like big bulbous eye that's like sticking out of his head a little bit, and one much smaller like inset lopsided eye. And you can't tell what the fuck this dude is. Like, if this is human, orc, gnome, dwarf. Like, he's not real tall. He only stands at about like 4.5 feet tall, but he's got a huge hunch in him. Like, how tall would he be if he stood up? I don't fucking know. What you do know is this dude is fucking ugly. Doesn't smell real great either. And he's like come to this skidding stop. His face inches away from yours, and his yellowed teeth and foul breath like coming out at you. And
like,
he
I'm holding my face back, like, oh.
and he like reaches out like one of his hands very delicately and just like with two fingers like picks puts his fingers on the stem of the flower and waits for you to let go.
I let go.
And he turns and looks at Sigbert and like much slower, and he's like looking at the flower like and he like comes over to Sigbert and Sigbert,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like cautiously reach my hand out, like kind of looking at him, kind of weird, with the flower in it.
And he's going to, with his other hand in a similar style. And he's obviously very excited about these. And he's like doing a little like his like feet are coming up and down, little stompies. And he like takes them and he's like looking at them both. And he's like realizing now that he has one in each hand. And he's like, and he's like drool's coming down the side of his face, and he like walks over to the like waddles back over to the like coffin area he has, and he like unless you guys interrupt him, this process takes like 2 or 3 minutes. He like very carefully like wedges the stem in between like two of the crevices of boards and like one of the already done coffins, and then once he's done like with 2 hands, he takes another one and like does the same thing, and there's just like these 2 flowers sticking out of the coffin. And he like turns around and looks at you guys super excited, and then he gives you one of these. Like
I'll go over like cautiously.
And he's gonna start trotting away like into the graveyard. But he's still.
I'm gonna.
I'm
can I
gonna.
look
I'm
at
gonna.
the others?
Slow, I'm gonna go with them.
You're gonna go with him?
With
With Reed or with
Reed.
Okay, there you go.
With I'm assuming Reed's following him.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna look at.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Then yeah.
Egbert. Hey man, I don't know what's going on here, but I guess we're following him.
Yeah, I want my sword, so let's go.
I'm gonna peer over and look at the others.
I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna look at Arthur and be like, hey, Arthur, you got your shit stolen too, right?
Don't remind me. Arthur takes out his what's left of the flower from his satchel and puts
it's
it
just
on the nearest coffin.
It's just a stem, and there's like shattered pieces of leaf of like what was petal, but it seems like when one of these makes contact, it just turns to there's like glitter basically all over your bag, like it's powderized.
Wait, how did that happen?
Because he put it in his satchel.
Oh.
Well, Quasi doesn't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like, hey, you should go follow them. Well, we're right here.
Arthur's more concerned about his bag at this point, but he begrudgingly just says, "Fine."
I'm all, you'll do good, Professor.
Oh yeah.
So only the 3 of you are following this creature, correct?
The
That is
motivation is to get our magic stuff back. So
I'm just staying.
Can I, before I continue following him, can I turn and look at him and do detect evil? I don't think he is.
Yeah,
you never know.
No, he's not evil.
All right, I didn't think so, but I wanted to be. So.
Okay.
I guess we're going.
Then everybody else loses sight of you as you disappear around the main building past like a much smaller shack, which through the windows you guys can see like an assortment of all these different like super exotic flowers, and there's like these carefully tended like beds of like super beautiful shrubbery that like line the outside of this little shack. And as you walk by, the creature like stops for a moment and like points at the bushes and like points to himself and then continues his his like waving motion as he leads you guys through the space.
Graveyard. I think he's just showing off his flowers.
It's pretty nice.
Like, you can turn and look at Hood and give him a thumbs up and smile.
And he makes the happy sound. He makes and he turns back around and like continues to wave on for you guys to follow him.
All right,
Let's
following
go.
along.
He stops in front of like a huge old marble like mausoleum, right? Like a crypt. It's probably like 50 feet on a side and easily, as tall. And there's this huge, thick iron gate that's like rusted through and like, chain locked. And the creature like points into the gate and like kind of hollers, like, puts his hand up and like into the space, which is darker than it should be. Like there's no barrier, there's no door except this gate. Like you should be able to look in and just see the inside of this mausoleum through the gaps in the bars. But 2 or 3 inches in, it's just total darkness. And Hood points to you, and then like points to the mausoleum, and like shambles back towards the hut with the flowers.
So you want us to go in there?
And he's like not here anymore. He's like not paying. He's like not looking at you. He's just like shambling back towards his little.
I'm gonna yell.
His little hut.
Did
Well,
you hear me? I'm gonna try and yell at him, catch his attention. Does that not work?
No, he's done as far as he's concerned.
We have to go in there?
yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Quick DM question.
Well,
Yeah, shoot.
How much time has passed?
2 minutes, 3 minutes. They just walked through a graveyard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Keeping track.
Good on you for keeping track.
I have a torch. Can I put a torch through the? Can I light my torch and then put it through the mausoleum? Through, is there like a gateway or something like that I can hold it through?
Yeah, there's like slats, and they're probably just wide enough for you to put a torch through.
Because if I notice that it's abnormally dark, I want to see if my light will work.
You take your torch and you go to like put it in the space, and it gets 2 or 3 inches in from the grate, and then disappears like at the end. And you're like looking at it, and you're holding the stick end of a torch that should have a lit end on the other side, but it's just blackness instead.
I'm gonna look at the other two and be like, well, that doesn't look great. I don't know if you
Not
have if you
ideal.
want any meanwhiles. Do you need meanwhiles, David?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. Meanwhile, well, I mean,
We're just waiting for you guys.
yeah, I'm assuming they're just kind of hanging. They're just milling around. I'll give them.
Yeah,
I'll give
yeah.
them a meanwhile halfway through this. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, well, here we go.
yeah,
And,
let's go.
Unless we want to go back and try and get the others.
and as you guys say, let's go. You hear a voice emanating from the back of this mausoleum that says, "You don't need to go anywhere. You've arrived exactly where you need to be." I'm assuming you got my note.
With the flower?
This is delicate things, aren't they? Rare too, and who just loves them?
And how do you know Hood?
Hood's a good friend. But we're not here to discuss Hood, I'm sure. You all are much more interested in being reunited with what you have lost.
Correct.
And
So,
the voice says, "Where are the rest of you?"
In an
they
undisclosed
waited
location?
because
Because
Dang, you guys gave us up hella quick.
I said undisclosed.
they waited because
they weren't missing any items.
I was gonna say, perhaps I made a mistake.
I'm gonna like tap Sigbert with the back of my hand on his chest, like, dude.
Well, I mean, he stole our stuff. Like, I mean, he stole our stuff.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't know that they had stuff.
Oh, I knew they had stuff. We just couldn't get into their rooms in time. We would have taken it all if we had all night, but you all did drink well into the night, so you robbed us of some of those hours that way. You all really should be more careful.
Uh,
So are you gonna get to the
well,
point where you tell us why we're here?
And he says, I heard you all have a meeting with Lord Estebar this morning. Is that correct?
Perhaps.
Oh, come now. You are the one who wanted to talk business. Now, either we can be frank or we can do this the fun way. Do you have a meeting with Lord Estebar?
We do, and
Hold
what's it to
on, let
you?
me check my satchel for my scheduled notes and just see a bunch of crazy black stuff come out of it from the cursed flower.
No, it's not black. It's like blue and like purple and like sparkly. And as it comes out and hits the light, it like glows and glimmers and shimmers. And you hear a small chuckle from inside. Not a delicate one, are we?
Not all of us.
Well, and the voice continues. If you look at the foot of the gate here, you will see a small satchel. And any of you who look can see, in fact, there is a small, like coin purse sized bag, which appears to have a single item in it, which takes up most of its volume. And the voice continues. Inside that bag is half of a sending stone, identical to one which resides inside the manor. That stone belongs to William Estebar, the son of Lord Estebar. It says, one of you is going to take that stone and replace it with the one which lies in his bedroom on the second story, near the staircase, and swap it out quietly. You are not to take anything else. You do not want to arouse more suspicion upon yourselves. Be realistic, be intelligent now. But you will leave nothing else disturbed, and you will swap this stone, and you will bring it back here, and you will leave it in this mausoleum before sundown. And tomorrow morning, all of your items will be here in this mausoleum, should you succeed. And if not, then they will fetch a good price.
Typical grave robber. All right, second story behind the whatchamacall.
Second story, near the top of the stairs. Our intel isn't good enough to know what side it's on. You'll have to do some poking around.
Saying we and our. Who is this? Who is we?
Friends or enemies. That's yours to decide.
Definitely for enemies.
And what's the purpose of the sending stone? Why do you want it there?
Our purposes are our own, and you are our means.
Well, we could just say no.
And I can make thousands of gold and be just as happy.
That's true. Oh well. I'll look at the others.
Stuffing his face.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, I don't know about this, but how valuable were your guys' items?
Not worth what he's asking for.
Can I do a detective on Mr. Man?
Not if you can't see him.
Right. Cannot see him. That's correct. I can't see
Damn
him.
it.
Well, gentlemen, are we willing to part ways?
I have nothing further to add. I'd like to. It'd be nice if you were excited about this. It could be a lot of fun, but he he says in a manner that like you're sure has a shrug on the other side of it, like, but I'll be just as happy with your items if should you not succeed.
It would be fun.
It would be fun, but I don't trust you. So, and you've given me no reason to trust you other than stealing my stuff.
Trust
Yeah,
is
it's like, hey, we
Oh,
stole your
fuck.
stuff, and like now go do this for you so you can get the stuff back. Yeah, that's not cool.
Apparently, you are more interested in this than our stuff.
Well, of course, I'm more interested in this than your stuff. You guys have mundane magical items that come through this port a few times a year, easily acquired. You are not the first adventurers to have a drink and stay at the Salty Lantern and find that their belongings have been relinquished from them.
Well, gentlemen, if they're so mundane, then should we just part ways, get them somewhere else again later, and then be on our
Arthur's a
merry
little
way?
too. Arthur's too busy. He's just getting whatever crap's left out of his satchel so he can clean it out. And
He's cleaning his satchel over there.
pretty much, he's really frustrated. There's a bunch of stuff at the bottom of it, so you just see him like struggling around and like getting all of his stuff out one by one, and then shaking whatever dust is left onto the dark.
Big Bert. Sigbert.
Uh, sorry.
Big
Um,
Bert.
You're the
I
one.
mean,
You're the one missing the sword.
A
I
beautiful
mean, we could-
thing it is too.
I mean, we could take the thing and see maybe if we can get a chance to swap it, but I mean, not make it a priority. But I really don't. I don't know about this.
All right. Well, we'll take the sending stone and we'll see how we feel.
Well, consider it. That's the language you were looking for.
This is perfect. I am so excited to hear it. Well, perhaps we will hear from you again, and perhaps not.
Well,
But
if
as
you
long
find it
as
in the river.
as long as you're in town, we'll be watching.
We'll see if it's meant to be. Good day. He's gonna pick up all of his stuff in his satchel and then walk off.
And as you guys pass Hood's shack, he like waves at you.
I'll wave back to him and smile.
I'll wait back.
I'll give him a polite tip of the hat.
And the rest of the party, I will give you a brief meanwhile if there's any snips or quips you want to make at each other while you've been waiting, but it's only been like 10-15 minutes. It has not been that long. So depending on how
Yeah.
patient you guys are.
So you guys, how about this? You guys walk back to us, and I'm just like in conversation with Atex and Kythar, and be like, Atex, like you like never drink. You have like 2 drinks, and then like you're hella drunk. What's up with that?
I don't traditionally handle alcohol very well.
I'm all, this puto can have like 7 drinks, and I'm pointing at Kythar. This puto can have like 7 drinks, and he's like can drive like a horse. You know what I mean? I feel like I saw him the other
Look
day
at
when
him,
we
though.
were on the mount.
No,
The
but have you
puto
seen
was
him?
like he had like a straw in it and shit.
Guy's like a truck. What?
We call it what's a truck?
I mean, body mass alone. Like,
I'm gonna use the restroom while you're doing the meanwhile.
He's like he's built like a brick shit house and shit.
And I'm over here just like starting to like to get uneasy, start like shaking around. It's like, fuck, I forgot to take my morning poop before we left. Shit. And he sees a tall gravestone. Is like, better late than never. And I run behind the gravestone and defecate.
Okay. Great. That's
I'm
a
gonna
great
look
flavor.
and be like, ah, puto man.
And it's a wet one too.
Ah.
Ew.
And that's
Oh, wait,
and that's
so
what
wait,
you guys
is the
walk
rest-
up to. Kythar has his pants
yeah.
around his head because he's like the tombstone is to the back of the other guys, but you guys are walking up to the front of this, and so Kythar's like, ah! And he like looks up and is like making eye contact with Probably.
Dude, I'm so relieved. I don't give a shit. I'm just nod. It's like, yep.
And you guys are now occupying the same space once more.
I'm gonna be like, so did you get your shit back?
Nope.
No.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, apparently we have to take this sending stone and swap it with the dude Esteban,
William
his
Olderbrand?
kid. We got to swap the
Not
stones.
Olderbrand. Estebar.
Estebar.
I'm gonna be like, you mean like Lord Estebar?
Estebar.
I'm like, you took a job, you don't even know the puto's
Yeah,
name?
that guy.
Actually, we allegedly didn't agree to anything, but that's beside the point.
So hold
said
on one second.
Maybe.
So these who's making you do this?
What's
Nobody's
their name?
nobody's making us do it. We can do it or not. We just
Some
don't get our
guy
stuff
that's
back.
at the mausoleum.
What do you mean, some guy? Does some guy have
Yeah,
a
like
name?
what's his name?
I mean, we can take you to him if you really want to
No.
know.
Well, we gotta get to Lord Olderbrand now.
Now you did it.
Last I checked,
Estebar.
Olderbrandt's dead.
Or not Olderbrand, sorry, Estebar. A lot of lords. But like,
Yeah, too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
so like, what's his name?
We didn't get a name.
Or
We
her
can't
name.
see him. It's just some thing in this crypt. We don't know
Undisclosed
what it is.
pronoun, undisclosed person. We don't know anything other than they're in this darkness.
So it's
And you
not
can't put a
human?
torch to it because the torch just becomes blackness too.
So you're telling me you took a magical stone from this puto who's just in some dark clouds, and you're thinking about doing what he wants, and he's like in a fucking graveyard?
Art's about ready to take the stone and
Correct.
just throw it the nearest
Why?
the gravestone and be done with it.
That's
Why
about
would we
as
do this?
that's about as stupid as some puto trying to kill a priest over his own magical symbol. You know what I mean? Like over his most religious symbol. That's a way to get cursed, putos. You trying to get us cursed?
Arthur's gonna take
I
the
mean,
stone
we're
and be like,
already cursed.
"Give me the stone."
Yeah, one curse is like too many, right?
Hey, I'm not cursed.
I
anymore.
mean,
What happens if we don't do it?
They don't get their shit back. I'm
I
guessing.
would- yeah, we,
That's it. Those are the terms and
yeah, we
conditions.
don't get our stuff.
So shit that you got for free yesterday is now worth a potentially like something cataclysmic happening to this like lord fella from this potential necromancer like in the graveyard.
I mean, we've never even met the guy. He's got a son. You know, we could be dooming him, and he could be a nice lord. You know, he might help us out. He might, help us do great things, and we just go and.
I think Lord Estebar, or I think his son is the one that also ran over that, or almost ran over that woman and the people in the crowd yesterday, though, too.
So we're gonna take like one instance to know like, oh, we should sabotage this puto.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They're just examples. Maybe
Well-
maybe he's not a nice guy.
Why don't we just
So
go attack the black thing and get your shit back?
If you think we can take him.
So
we
I
took
come
that
out-
giant tentacle
Hold on.
monster.
I don't think Hoot's gonna be happy if we go ruining his graveyard. He worked real hard for it, though, too.
I'm gonna point at Kythar. What do you think he's doing?
So I come out from behind the
Oh my god.
tombstone and put it in my pants. After hearing everything going on, it's like, how about we at least make a plan, okay? And we have a exit plan, if anything. We go in.
Or we just leave the stone. I don't care.
Okay, we're making two plans, okay? Listen here. Okay, we go in. We meet the Lord, get a vibe from
Wait,
him. If he's a
we're-
dickhead, fuck it, we rob him.
We're
If-
gonna
if
listen
he
to plans
seems to
from
be-
a guy who can't plan on when to use the restroom. Just want to point that out to the team.
Well, you fuckers ran out of the fucking tavern so quickly. I didn't have the point because you guys are worried about your shit that you didn't take care of.
That we didn't take care of it. They just stole it.
Well, you should have left it on. Anyways, if you'll listen to my plan, we go in and figure out what we're working with, and we have a code word we'll say in conversation. If we feel that we can do it, we'll say the code word. If we cannot make the heist, the code word is not sent. We should at least have a plan before we go in. Either way.
Hang on, what the fuck am I agreeing
Well,
to here?
If we're gonna do the code
I
word
can't
plan,
be doing
the
this
code
shit.
word
I can't
has
be doing
to
this
be
stuff.
molasses.
I was to say, Puto, you're a paladin. You can't be going switching shit out, right?
That's why I said no, but I left it up to these people.
Hey,
I'm
fool,
comfortable not having
And
stuff.
and there's no. Let me tell you right now, there's no way they're gonna let you into that mansion without searching you, Putos. So you better keister that if you're planning on bringing it in.
Well,
It's
I
about
look
ready
at
to take it and
at
throw it on the
Reed.
ground.
Oh no, I look at.
Hold on, I'm sorry, Arthur, I didn't hear that.
He already said this before, but Arthur's already getting ready to whoever has the ring or whatever this thing is. He's about ready to throw it at the nearest gravestone.
I don't know who
I
has
didn't
it.
grab it from him.
Well, are you gonna do
Yeah.
it, or
I guess
Are
we
you
should
gonna try
back
to do
up.
it?
Yeah, did
Yeah.
somebody grab the stone?
I didn't grab it.
I didn't grab it.
I thought
I thought
I didn't.
Siegbert did. Well,
I just said that we,
Oh.
we
I thought
could maybe
I
do it,
heard.
but
So
I
hang
just
I
on,
heard somebody
hang
take
on.
I
it.
didn't.
Let's
Yeah, I
all do a
didn't
check and see who grabbed the
grab the
stone.
stone.
No,
You
if
shouldn't be
none
a
of you
check.
guys grabbed the stone, then nobody
Yeah.
grabbed the stone. Then
That's
No,
what I'm
Arthur's
saying.
gonna.
Like physically check our pockets. I didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't
Well, that
grab the
solves.
stone. I just said, hey, yeah, maybe we should do it. Yeah, I wasn't gonna touch it.
All right, so to Lord Esteban.
Well, I guess that solves that problem.
Well, let's go. Does anybody have any toilet paper?
Hang on.
You guys
Uh,
are hysterical.
so I'm gonna be like, you wasted 15 minutes of my fucking time, and I'm just gonna walk off.
Do I have something here? I have-
Towards-
Lord
So is that a no?
Estebar's. I'm
Is
gonna
that a
walk
no?
off. I'm not even gonna.
I'm
Tess
gonna
will not
rip-
answer that question.
No, I don't want to rip some paper out because I need that. I like that paper.
Paper's expensive.
I am gonna cut him like a foot off of my rope, and I'm gonna give it to him
Who?
to
Kythar.
Kythar. Say at least it's something.
I said, thank you very much. Take that, run behind the tombstone again, and finish up. And then run back to the group.
Okay.
All right,
And I'm
we're back with
walking
the
off.
group. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm walking
Desecration
off.
through defecation.
If you guys are all walking off, I mean, it's only been like half an hour. So well, I guess you guys went shopping. So yeah, we'll call it the end
Yeah.
of that first hour. And then, well, it's only been 20 minutes since the beginning of your meeting. So you still have 40 minutes until your next meeting.
We will.
Okay,
we will
then
make it.
halfway through, I'm gonna turn around and be like, halfway to Lord Estebar's can and be like, okay, so like, we're trying to talk to the Lord here, right? And we're trying to get some like work through him or something.
Well, we just want to go see the library.
And for sure, this Puto's got a library.
I mean, he's got books. I don't really know what they're about. We just were trying to find
What-
information about the magical item.
What do we need what do we need from the library?
Well, like my thought was
Just
like
need information on the item.
on
and,
the
you know-
item, and not only that, like the shit that's chasing us. Kate
Yeah, really-
gave us some
really anything.
information, but not a lot to go on.
I mean, plus, he might know stuff himself as well. But I know we're not supposed to talk about it.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
around.
let's not presume anything.
Yeah, and don't tell any of these putas about this. Are we clear on that? And I'm gonna point at
Look at
Kythar.
Cuthbert.
I'm gonna point at Kythar. We're not gonna you smell like shit, and maybe we need to wash you off before we go in there.
No, is it the gang gives Kythar a bath episode.
So aren't we walking past a little pond?
Yeah, you guys are
the
literally
way-
having this conversation in front of a little pond.
Yes.
You know, there's some like nice trees around it, and as you guys look over like this serene water, which is only like, you know, it's like 100 foot like little lake pond thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely too small for any big monsters to be hiding in, but all of your brains flash back to that moment just a few nights ago. And yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're next to the water.
I'm gonna look down at the part
After
of
having a
my arm-
flashback, no, after having a flashback of the water and looking at these guys, like I start getting aggressive and say nope, no bath.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Nope.
Are you getting like? Hang on. You're getting aggressive. Are you getting?
I'm getting standoffish.
Okay.
And I'd be like, Puta, you literally wiped your ass with a rope. Like, you don't want to go wipe your ass off or wash your ass?
Hey, I got everything else. There wasn't left on that last wipe. There wasn't anything left on it.
Bro, look at your hands. You got some shit on your hands, man. Let's just go. You know, it's gonna take like
That
5
was there
minutes.
from yesterday.
Oh god.
That was already there. That wasn't there. That was there from yesterday.
If it's still there from yesterday, that's an even better excuse to take a bath.
How do you know it's shit? It could just be mud.
I'm gonna look at Simone and be like, "Hey, let's take this puto in the pond."
Hey fool, I can't move that.
I
fucking-
drop all my weapons. I drop all my weapons. It's like, all right, let's go. And I crack my knuckles. Come here, boy.
Is that an intimidate?
Yep. That's that read.
Okay.
You guys are being
Big
All right,
old southern
fuck it.
accent too.
All right, fuck it. Here we go. I'm gonna try and grapple him into the.
Oh,
Is it a
Oh,
grapple
my
check?
God.
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
if
don't
you're-
know my
if you're-
CBD.
if you're
You don't even know what my
initiating-
CBD
If
is.
you're initiating a grapple, then you need to roll a grapple check and add your CM B,
D. B. CMB.
CMB. It'll have a plus next to it. You add your CMB
Okay.
to
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
grapple, to your dice roll.
Okay. Did it roll? Nope. Okay. Nat 20.
Well, for a
You
final,
did not.
Oh,
It doesn't
Pretty good.
matter. It doesn't matter
26.
for a final of 26.
Yeah.
It's a what?
26.
Mine's 20. My CMD is 21.
That's fine because it's so you guys are grappled. Neither one of you can move. You're locked in a grapple. It'll take one more to control the grapple and be able to push somebody.
All right.
Same as
Here
combat.
we go.
I'm gonna go
same
ahead
as
and do a
always.
dirty trick on him.
Yeah, I'm about to say you already got
I'm gonna
yours,
throw-
Joe. It's
I'm
Soto's turn.
Okay.
All right, Soto. Dirty trick. What's your dirty trick? What are you doing?
And it
So
goes
si-
against my CMD.
That'll be right.
pocket sand.
I'm gonna tickle him behind his neck.
Oh no!
All right. Well,
18.
what is your
That's not
CMD
pass.
against dirty
20,
trick?
22.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So you attempt to tickle his neck and try to, get him to flinch up, but it only causes him to clamp down on you harder. Joe.
That's my tickle spot, you silly goose.
I'm gonna look
Alright.
over at Sigbert and be like, hey, this is like strangely erotic, huh?
Oh,
Alright, Are you ready
nothing
for the
strange
final?
about it.
Oh, that's a clip all day long. Oh, man.
Oh, that fails, my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and reposition on top.
Well, hang on.
Roll
He has
reposition.
to try to.
Yeah, you
Alright.
still have to win. You still have to win your roll. So just roll another grapple check against him, and then you can
Yeah.
push him or control him or whatever.
Okay.
He's gonna reposition. He's gonna reposition.
Natural 20.
I think Joe said this was 22, right?
22. Yeah.
All right. That's,
So now what?
Oh.
Are we
you guys are
stalemate?
just locked. Yeah, locked in a stalemate, basically. Like, at this point you're both filthy because you both hit the ground and are like rolling around.
I'm gonna look at Kythar and be like, "Hey, can I get a hand here so this guy can take a bath? He stinks."
You're you're talking to Simon.
Sigbert.
I'm
Yes, thank
Kythar.
you.
Yeah.
No,
Say, I'm
Too bad,
not
Hans, too bad Hans isn't here, or Monzo.
I'll walk up and push him, I guess, towards the water.
Is it like you get behind me and push, or just like you
Just just give me a strength check.
Push the pile.
No, Kythar's in front. He's in behind you.
Oh God.
Jesus.
We're
Oh,
getting
fuck.
nowhere fast.
Oh,
I don't know. You hold on.
whoops.
What? Which?
I'm about to say you
I'll
just
do
roll.
the
Yeah.
first one.
I still plus
Which
your
is
strength.
what?
So that would be a 7.
A 7 is just enough to kick them generally towards the water. Does anybody else want to? You guys have overwhelming force. If you guys collectively push these guys towards the water, you're going to be able to do this. If anybody else wants to help.
So Sigbert like looks back at me, right? And I'm gonna look at
Yeah,
Atesk.
I'll look back at the group.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at Atesk and Professor Arthur and be like, "Hey, do you want to go in with these putos smelling like the way they smell right now?"
No, they should
Arthur just
probably
lights his
take a
pipe
bath.
and just continues to watch the brawl take place.
All right, then I'm gonna be like, "Well then, Atesk, let's go push these putos into the water."
All right.
And you three, Atex, Simone, and Sigbert, can easily just push this like lump of humans that is Kythar and Reed like into the water. You guys just kind of like roll them collectively as a ball, and they never detach from each other at all in the process. They're like still fighting each other all the way up until the moment you like
I have
get
Reed
them
in the headlock.
water.
I have Reed in the headlock, pulling him. That's all I'm leaving with.
And you are absolutely successful. Arthur, before you light your pipe, you have the sense to like blow through it, from the mouthpiece, like, whew, and there's like a of like the sparkles that like fly into the air and like drift down before you light your pipe.
Once they hit the water, I'm gonna throw the soap at Kythar like the way he threw it at the lizard man.
Yeah.
You know, be like, clean your ass, puto.
Oh, cool. I needed one. I don't have one anymore.
That's why he's so dirty.
It all comes around, baby. I was like, fine. I throw all my shit, my hide armor, my bag, and my sword. Keep the ring on. I throw it all onto shore, and I was like, fucking bastard. Here, and I hand the soap to Reed. Get my back.
I'm gonna take all my hide armor. I'm gonna take all my stuff off and help this motherfucker clean up. And then I'm gonna take a shower, take a bath.
Oh my god.
Behind your ears.
Wait, so now you guys are cleaning? Now you guys are cleaning each other?
That's what it sounds
It's
like.
too long. I'm gonna. Are you asking that in person?
No, I'm trying to ask you to describe what you're doing so I know.
Oh, then yes, I'm cleaning his back.
Oh my god.
He's soaping my back.
He's too large. He can't reach.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know. This is like getting a little too much.
What is Siegbert's response?
He just disconnected, so he might be having connectivity issues. I know Arthur's just smoking his pipe.
I'm gonna finish up and get out with my stuff and put my stuff back on.
And that'll put you guys pretty much right on time. I want to wait to make sure that Chris is around.
Yeah.
But that'll put you guys.
So I walk out of
right on
the-
time.
I dry off like a dog. I just shake myself dry.
You're still sopping wet.
And panting.
Whatever works. Now I'm completely sober. I was like, oh, that's what you look like, Simon.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, puto?
I think he sees two of you all the time.
Maybe when Will's out. Oh. Is he back?
There he goes.
Hey.
There he is. You didn't miss much, except
Yeah.
they had a little moment where Reed was washing Kythar's back before they got out of the water and dried off, and Kythar shook himself like a dog. But
You're,
Chris,
yeah.
are you here? I guess officially, I can see you.
I just imagine Kythar doing the what's that guy's name? The general from Jar Jar Binks' general.
Boss
Be
Nass.
gone with him.
Misa! Think we be friends?
I think he like reconnected for a second and then.
Disconnected. Okay, well, I think
Oh,
now's
yeah,
probably a
he's
good
just-
time for our 5 minute break anyway. So would one of you guys put in the Discord for Chris, 5 minute break, and
Yeah.
then we will meet back in 5.
Perfect.
All right, be right back, guys.
I'm having
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'm here.
Okay, we are coming back. You guys are, 5-10 minutes until, probably closer to 15 minutes till your meeting. You guys have cleaned the filthiest member of your party and have started the process uh, of cleaning the rest of you in the form of Reed also taking a bath. Just like before, there are two guards posted outside. There's a long walk with like multiple like large trees which line either side, and as you get to the front, there's like a large stone stairway with guards standing in front of it holding crossbows. And they today, however, instead of just two guards, there are four, and they all pull their crossbows up, and point them at you. One of them steps forward and says, "All right, you guys are the meeting the Lord has this morning, right?"
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Before you go any further, we need all your weapons. They will be returned to you.
Be like, no problem. And I'm
Pinky
gonna.
promise.
What's that?
Same. Yeah, I'll happily
Yeah.
give up my
I'm
weapons.
gonna give him my weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like two of the dudes like put their crossbows on their back and they start like collecting weapons from you guys. And this is like a pretty straight. This seems like super routine. Like these guys are almost bored in this process. And I just need to know if anybody's trying to secret anything on their person, like trying to
No.
sneak a dagger or some shit.
Nope.
No.
Okay, great.
No.
Then you guys will not have access to your weapons for, until you get them back from these guards. And you guys walk into the manor. Okay, so you guys are going to have to bear with me.
Yep.
You
I
guys,
prefer mooses.
you guys are here again. Oh, where's the bag? Did it not? Okay, there you go. You guys are here again. All right, go ahead and pick your character, and I need you guys to do me a favor and to. I guess first I need to know. Yeah, no, Will's not there. Great, perfect. And then Monzo's not here. Neither one of Monzo's are
I
here.
am still loading.
What's that?
I am still loading it, so you gotta get me.
Okay, no, that's fine. You're all good. I have instructions for you guys as soon as everybody's in for how to deal with the fog of war stuff.
Isla, get off. Oh, I didn't know you were petting her.
How you doing, Soto?
Looks
Okay,
like he's
I'm
yeah.
Okay.
He's,
Go ahead and right-click your characters, and then hit go over to toggles. Do you guys have any of that? Do you guys have the rights to that?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
toggles.
what do we?
Yeah.
Sorry,
You're
right.
you're right-clicking your character. You're going over to
Toggle.
toggles, and you're going down to reveal fog of war, and you're going to click that.
Okay.
And then at the top, you got something called a revealer.
Okay.
So where it says reveal color, you guys need to select your own color.
Okay, I'll select red since that's who I am.
Right. Whatever color is assigned in the top right, like your player color in tabletop, assign that color to your dude, and then down at reveal range, knock that down to 3.
Where's the revealer at?
It's after you turn on toggles reveal fog of war, then it pops up at the top.
Does it
there we go.
reveal it in like a 3-foot radius only or something like that?
Yeah, I mean it's not, the ratio is not exactly the same. So I have made Monzo's figure work for everybody. So as I move Monzo into the space, it should reveal, what you guys do, and your characters are going to do the same thing. So
It's an unreveal for us, just so
right.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be unrevealed for you guys. It should be.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is. But I'm
right.
saying, I don't know if you want to reset that or not.
No, because that's the entryway. That's like the
Okay.
yeah, that's the entryway. So you guys all because I'm assuming you guys all relinquish your weapons, and then these guards, back up and open these huge double doors, which opens into this space, which is clearly just like a holding space. It's got a huge image of the Lord's crest. This is just a generic image here. The Lord's crest itself is like a large sailing ship with like a serpent wrapped around it, and there's like a huge set of stairs, and the fucking guards, kind of like are standing there in the courtyard with you, and one of them like walks off and says, "Stay here," and goes up the stairs, disappears up the stairs, and leaves you kind of like alone with these guards for a few minutes. As you guys look around, this place is giving off like Lord's Manor vibes for sure, like super rich guy stuff everywhere. And
More or less rich than Lord Olderbrand.
yeah, super on par with Lord Olderbrand. Probably, I wouldn't say that Lord Estebar comes across as richer. Like Lord Olderbrand could probably have built this. Also, if he didn't have to port everything in through that swamp, it's like if he had
Yeah.
easy access to materials, this is probably what Lord Olderbrand's manor would have looked like. Absolutely. And the guard comes back with a small gnome with like very like everything's neatly pressed, not a wrinkle in sight, and he's got like this clipboard and these like spectacles which are all the way down on like the end of his nose, and he just kind of like flicks his eyes up at you guys for a second and says, "The Lord will see you now." And like just kind of like waits for you all and just kind of blinks, standing at the top of the stairs.
I'm just gonna start walking up towards him then.
Same.
And he
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah,
and he
same
leads
here.
you guys through what is obviously like a huge dining room area, and through one of the there's a door on each side in this room, and he leads you through the left door on the opposing wall into like a hallway with a set of stairs, and immediately into the first door there, and it's like a large like seating area, and there's like a huge like throne style chair at the end of it, and in that chair is like obviously Lord Estebar, like no shadow of a doubt, and he, is wearing these like rich blue nobleman's robes, and he's got like rings with huge fucking stems coming out of them. He straight up like got a scepter that he walks around with, and his like down to his shoes have like gold inlay in them, and he says, yes, welcome. Come sit, please. I hear you have a proposition for me. And
I'm gonna
and the small creature says, "The hospitable Lord Estebar," and like closes the door and like leaves you guys in there with him.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Cool. I guess I'll just move everyone in there, right?
Yeah, I mean, anybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Lonzo is
Uh,
now.
Sorry, I was on mute. Can I sit on the couch?
Yeah, you can sit on the couch. It's obvious that the intention is to sit at this table, but you can sit on the couch if you want.
Oh, is there enough room for everybody?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my concern.
Gotcha.
If there's enough room, I will.
Be like Lord Olderbrand, and I'm gonna do like a little kind of, not a curtsy, but like a
Not again.
like a little bow, I guess.
Arthur, do you want to correct him?
Arthur doesn't remember his name, but it'll at least be
Or not
courteous
Olderbrand.
enough.
Sorry.
Estebar.
Estebar. Yeah. Sorry. A lot of lords. I'd be like, we are in search of like some like fucking knowledge and shit, and we've been told that you have the closest library around here, and we require your library. Puto.
This is Puto, I don't know this word. Yes, I do have a library, and you are not the first rat catchers who required use of it for some profitable job or two. I am happy to provide use of my prestigious library, assuming that you all are willing to earn the right to use it, of course.
Uh, and what exactly do we have to do to earn that privilege?
And he says, we'll get to that. He says, my, there are more pressing matters at hand. And he, like, takes his fingers and he, like, hits the desktop with them, and his rings, like, slam across the table and echo through the room. And he
Mm-hmm.
says, two of you came here yesterday and told my guards something really quite peculiar about Irrigan, and I want to know if you all have news of there.
I'm gonna look back at I believe what was it Atesk and Kythar that went right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piercing daggers, and I'd be all, "What did these putos tell you?" And like a kind of upset voice, but trying to stay calm.
I love it.
And I'm staring daggers at them.
It says they were claiming some pretty outlandish tales that there was a dragon which attacked Irrigan, and you folks are single-handedly responsible for the savior of the town.
Yep, a dragon
Oh.
definitely
I'm
attacked
just
here
gonna
again.
kind of hang.
I think your guard may have exaggerated a little bit. I did not say save the town. I said save the town's people.
And what happened to the town?
That really is a tragic thing.
A tale we have nothing but time for. And he, like, leans back in his chair and crosses his fingers.
I look back at Simone and is like, well, mouth, you want to tell him?
Because Simone kind of looks down. You can see a vein in his temple, kind of like bulging.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks over and goes, well, a dragon decided to like hella attack the town, and we took it upon ourselves to try to save as many people on our way out.
I see. I see. And at this moment, the door, like, creeps open quietly, and
Mm-hmm.
the small gnome, like, with his, like, chin back and his belly out, like, makes his way over to Lord Estebar. You guys almost made me do it. And it's like, it's clear, like, you guys didn't notice it at first, but there's like a small set of, like, steps on the side of this chair, like on the off the back side. And as he, like, comes up and, like, leans in his ear and, like, and and, like, walks out and, like, closes the door. And he said, saved the town's people. And how is Lord Erldebrand? His town, he
Uh,
must be devastated.
Unfortunately, like a part of the his castle caved in on him, and when the dragon attacked him, we were too late to save him.
We tried our best.
Fardock is the one who brought us like the attention that Olderbrandt's castle was like under attack, so we made it a priority to like try to save him.
And he says, yes, I do remember hearing Fardock's name, reading that in correspondence. Yes, yes. He says, and how is old Fardock doing? Did he make it out?
Unfortunately, the emotion of seeing Lord Oldebrandt overtook him, right? So like, he got hella mad and chased after the dragon. And unfortunately, while I can try to save the Lord, I'm not gonna do a suicide mission against the dragon.
And he says, and this dragon, do you know anything about it?
It was green.
No. Well, yeah, but no.
Roll me a bluff check on it was green, unless Kythar really does think it was green.
No, I remember it was green.
It was not green.
He does think it was
Not
green.
great.
He
Well,
really
that's
does
what-
think it
that's
was
what-
green.
Oh,
That
he
is what
really thinks that
Kythar
Kythar
thinks.
remembers it's such a screen. I got you.
Yeah, okay, I got
I remember acid. It wasn't green.
That,
I'm gonna
yeah,
look.
the acid which came out of his mouth was green, but the dragon himself was not green.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna be like, I think what this puto means is that he was a dragon who shot green acid, right, Kaisar?
And at this, the Lord's like eyebrow like shoots up. Really?
Can I do a wisdom check to see if
I
I
remember
remember
green
the color?
coming out. It was a green blur.
And I'm sorry, Reed. What do you want to do a wisdom check on?
To see if I remember the color of the dragon? Because we
But,
saw it over the roof.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, but in the fray of like all the attacks, that's really all we saw, and like how dark the swamp can get.
And
Oh, that's right. It was
and
nighttime.
Estebar says it is a damp, dark, and dingy place to be sure. And he like flexes the fingers, a little bit slowly, like methodically, like almost like he's working through something. And he says, "I don't suppose there were any kobolds around."
Around the town? No kobolds around the town.
And elsewhere?
Oh, of course you know that the swamp's like infested. I think.
With kobolds, really? Still?
What do you mean by still, sir?
He says, "Well, Lord Olderbrandt's grandfather wiped out the kobolds almost 100 years ago, and we didn't think any of them had survived. And there was a black dragon then too, which had an acid breath."
Allegedly wiped out the kobold.
Yes, allegedly. Well, he says, as it's written in all of our history books, I'm sure you'll read about. I'm sure you'll read all about it. Should you choose to in my library.
Well, history is written by the victors, so.
So about that quest.
And he says, right, right. Um, and he's, and his eyes like kind of like flash back, and you watch him like kind of ground himself in the present. And he says, yes. He says, I have a mine in town, the Grimstone Mine, which has unfortunately been shut down lately. There were miners claiming they were attacked, going missing, and Jin Wheaton decided that she needed to shut it down until everything could be decided. My understanding is that the overseer sent a round of guard out to go clear it out, and only one of these guardsmen returned, nearly naked, and the armor he was wearing was rusted through as if ancient, though he had only gone in the mines moments before. Uh, that mine is incredibly profitable, and like our sister cities are known for their timber, we are known for our stone, for our quarries, and the wonderful things you find deep in the mountains.
Was that mine tested for any magic, perchance?
He says, we do have mages who go through occasionally and detect magic to ensure that there's no layers of any creatures being disturbed. But there are so many subterranean creatures and other, well, things which don't like the mountains being disturbed. But we had admittedly not done one of those in quite some time.
So, possibly. What you're saying.
Absolutely possible. Because I'm hoping you all will be able to sort it out and get my mine running again so that we can continue our exports and make all of our obligations to our clients.
All right, let's talk funds.
He says, well, you are requesting access to my library. He says, I think it's more than fair to ask for you to go not quite a day's journey.
To read a book to clear out a potentially dangerous mine. Does not seem
And he says,
a fair trade.
He says, what in a mine can a bunch of dragon slayers possibly be worried about?
Ghosts.
Listen, fool. I'm gonna. I mean, listen, fool. We told you we're not dragon slayers. We just help people get out of the town. Now, I also heard that you got some orcs you're having some trouble with too.
He says, yes, there's a nomadic band of them which they travel the there's some badlands to the southeast of the marshlands you all just came from, and they connect through some mountains south of here. There's a few bays and inlands, and miscellaneous tribes of creatures which fight and vie for power in the region. Usually, they just squabble amongst themselves, but we've had hunters and scouts reporting signs of orcs and orc encounters, and they don't usually travel this far north. And if we need to prepare for an orc raid against the city, then I need to know about it. So I need a solid answer, and he turns to Kythar, and for that there absolutely is a bonus for eliminating the threat for us.
As in,
And he looks and he says, "We don't know the extent of the threat. Are you willing to come up with a price before you know as well?"
so we're talking about scalps. What are we talking about? What do we need to bring you to prove price of D done?
And he will say, "These wandering bands of orcs always have a leader of some sort who's in charge. Almost always he's larger than the rest. Often his skin is a different color or hue. His head should suffice."
Okay, a head. How much is that head worth?
He says, "If the threat is truly eliminated," he says, "the safety of my town is something which is hard to put a value on." He says, "They're probably no more than a few days' journey if our scouts and hunters are seeing them. So we'll call it," and he shrugs. He says, 4 or 5 days of your time. What's that worth to you folks?"
And how far away is the mine?
He says, "The mine's less than a day's journey away. You'll be there before nightfall, should you choose to look at it today."
Give us one moment as we discuss amongst ourselves.
And he says, "Of course." He says, "I think it's time for some tea myself." He says, "Would any of you like any?"
I'll take an L if you have it.
So I'm fine, puto.
Yeah. I'll
No,
pass.
thank you.
And he gets up and he walks out the door, and you guys are alone in this room.
All right, guys. What do you think?
I'm gonna stay quiet and be like, first of all, what the fuck you telling the Lord that we're like fucking dragon slayers and shit?
I look over at Tess. It's like I'm not the one that bluffed the kid. Okay, I didn't talk at all.
I didn't say we slayed the dragon. I said we saved the people, and I mean,
Saved one.
well, we don't need to be specific, but
Huh.
it got us an audience, right? It worked. But it's not, don't worry about it. Listen, I think, we should ask him for like 500 to 600 gold at minimum.
Per?
How about we don't ask him anything and we get what he's offering first. Then I say that we do the mines first because reasons.
Well, the mines only gets us to the library. How? He didn't
That's
say
the
there's an
whole-
actual reward.
That's the whole point, puto.
Well, I can't read, so what's that gonna do me?
Say this puto can, and I'm gonna point at a task.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
sometimes a reward, I'd be like, sometimes a reward fool is like not just for you; it's benefits you and the whole party.
I look at everybody across the room. Is like, fuck it. I gotta hear it this far. Might as well. I
I'd be
agree.
like, what about you, putos? The rest of you
Yeah,
putos.
I think doing the mine first.
Yeah, that's fine with it.
Yeah.
Ready to get.
Who dropped? Was that you, David?
No,
Tyler.
I'm still here.
Oh, Tyler. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm still here.
Still here.
I heard Chris's voice a second ago, so I don't know who dropped.
Oh, okay, cool. I think it was Tyler. Yeah. So there's nobody else in the room, right?
No, it's just you guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna be. I think we're ready. I'm gonna be like, Lord Estebar, like loud.
Okay. And it's definitely not immediate, and you guys still have to wait. Like, you guys got through that pretty quick. You guys got to wait probably another like 4 or 5 minutes. And Lord,
Okay, so
no, go for it. I mean, you guys still have time.
I just found it odd. I would say this group in characters. Like I just really find it odd. Is they said that guy was this in there for a couple minutes and he came out with very rusted armor. That can be either be A, very damp, B, for some reason time is way different in that mine, or C, possible some other corrosive uh, liquid. But that's just my barbarian brain thinking.
I'm gonna look at the. Oh, this fool does a professor. A fool, what kind of shit can cause rust on armor quickly?
A wide variety of hydrochloric acid.
He said acid. Shit, they might have found something in there.
Well, and then with extreme temperatures, that could also provide some level of corrosivity. Maybe some high saline content.
Hmm.
I love this.
I'd say, well, either way, I think that's the one we should find. Get that, get the what we need. I'm gonna purposely be general when I say that. Get what we need, and then, leave the manor as soon as they can, fools. And I'm gonna wait around for Aldebrand.
Cool.
Sounds
Or
like
Aldebrand, Estebar, sorry.
Estebar,
Fuck.
it's all good. Yeah, probably, well after you guys are done with your conversation, the door opens again, and Lord Estebar has this, like, fine china inlaid with precious metals and gemstones, and it's just like this super delicate, fancy ass fucking teacup. Uh, that's all he's holding. And he walks in
Where's my ale?
and he just like flashes you a look, and he sips his tea, and looks at the rest of the party. Did you reach a decision?
I'm gonna look at him and go, well, what's the problem with your minds, fool?
And he says, "My miners can't mine, and that's quite a problem for a mine."
Where's the one guy who actually got out of the mines?
So I heard he hasn't left his quarters in the barracks since. It's been over a week now, I guess. Wow, time really flies.
Could you get us like an audience with him before we go?
He says, "You can stop there and speak with him. Just, drop my name." And he says, "Oh." And he just like pulls out a small piece of parchment and just like, writes something down, and signs it, and just like slides it across the table to the nearest member, which is Reed. Uh, and and it just basically says, by decree of Lord Estebar, these rat catchers are to be given access to the survivor of the Grimstone Mine incident. Um, and he says, "Have you decided a price for the orcs which you'd like to be paid?"
That's if we do the orcs, fool. Like I said, we just need access to your library.
And the Lord takes a deep sigh. He says, "That is disappointing." He says, "But I'll have to work with the overseer. We can probably get some reinforcements sent from Karak and shore up our defenses in time for any potential raid." He says, "It'd be nice to know what we were working with, but we'll just plan for the worst."
It's always best to. So now, is there anything else?
And he says, "No." He says, "Have Ginny write you up something when you've cleared out her minds for her, and we will see you whenever you've accomplished that task and you get access to my illustrious library."
So thank you, sir. And I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna start walking out.
And If nobody else has anything else to say, you guys are able to exit the manor. You are given back your, gear. Everything is as it should be. The only thing that is like different about anything is that the strap for the shield reed is like cinched in a different spot. Like somebody else was holding the shield for a while and never readjusted it back to whatever you had it set to.
Oh, I see. Can I readjust it back?
Yeah, it's gear. It's a buckle.
Oh yeah, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
Say it's magic.
I don't know that ever happened. So I'm gonna be like, so I'm gonna walk away from the mansion a little bit farther.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. Till we're definitely out of like earshot,
Yeah. All you got
so
to
we can
do
talk freely.
is get Edgetown. You just got to get to like the end of the drive, so to speak, for that level of privacy. Anywhere
Okay.
out here.
All right. I'm gonna walk out there, and I'm gonna look down and be like, "Hey, fool, we don't need to like involve ourselves like with the orcs, right?"
If we don't have to.
The last time we got involved with a different race, like you got a town attacked by a fucking dragon, right? And we got like hella cursed.
Yeah, we don't know if they decide to partner with the dragon too. So it could be. I don't know.
Do you think it's odd some weird mystic shadowy force thing tried to persuade us to spy on the Lord just as he's asking us to go investigate some weird mystical shit?
Well, there's always an underbelly against the governing body. I mean, ooga booga booga.
Tinfoil hat time.
It's like, okay, that's some interesting thoughts from a barbarian. Either way, let's go check out this puto and see what we can get before we go into these mines.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna start heading over to the barracks.
Okay. You guys make your way through the main gate into the interior, nice walled section, and the barracks is like built up against the wall on the port side. And for the first time, any of you guys have been like back into the dock area, you can see just like how truly fucking massive this stone keep is, which is sitting off the dock, and it's like floating on an island to its own, and there's like a 50-foot bridge there where if that bridge were gone, like you can't fucking imagine a way that you could possibly get into this place other than like maybe dropping on top of it from above or some shit. There are, a bunch of the ships, out there. A bunch of them have different like crests of the guilds, but the overwhelming majority of them, as well as the flagship, does belong to the Merchants Guild. And as you guys approach the guardhouse, there are, of course, guards standing out front of the barracks, and they see you all, and it kind of rolls. State your business. What are we doing for you, fine adventurers?
I'm gonna be like, Reed.
I don't have anything for you to read. I don't. That's not.
No.
You can check with the Lord. He's got a library.
I'm sorry. I think I missed something.
You have the paper from from Lord Estebar.
I will give him the paper from Lord Estebar. I didn't. When did I get a paper from Lord Estebar?
He slid it across
When
the
we
table.
were sitting a few seconds ago, when we were sitting on the table, when he slid the nearest player in the party.
Oh,
which
I was
is
the
you.
nearest player. Okay,
There
I will hand
you
him.
go.
Thank you. Okay,
The two synapses in your brain disconnected.
I will hand him the paper from Lord Estebar.
He's gonna like take it, unfurl it, and read it, and be like, "Oh man," and he's gonna like turn and look over at the other guard and be like, "That's there. Oh, that's not good." He's like, "They're here to talk to Garak, man. He hasn't talked to anybody. Are you guys sure you guys can go to talk to you? I mean,
By
Uh,
by order of Lord Estebar, puto.
he's like, he kind of shrugs. He's like, all right, I'll take you to him. Uh,
Grok.
and yeah, Gorok. Gorok. That's right, Grok. But he had referred to him once as Go, um, and and he does so again. He's like, what do you guys know about what Go went through? He hasn't really told any of us, and we just know that there was an incident down at the mines.
It's involving that incident down in the mines, puto. We're just here to get more information.
He's like,
By
okay.
order of Lord Estebar.
He's like, yeah, all right. I mean, he hasn't talked with any of us yet, and I mean, we're all brothers in arms and shit. But yeah. And he comes to the edge of a door, and you can see that there's like a tray of food, like completely full, untouched, sitting there for him as he opens the door, and there's just a figure just like huddled up in the fetal position, just like staring, like on his bed with his back to you, like kind of rocking back and forth, looking at the wall. And he's just kind of like muttering, like, came out of nowhere. Didn't see it. Had to get out. And he's like, and the guard who led you in, just like, this is Go. Good luck. And as you guys all enter, he just like kind of stands off in the hallway, and you guys are left here with this huddled mass. Just had to get out. Had to get out. Couldn't have. I don't want to be inside it. Don't want to be inside it. That's not where I want. And he's just like he's having a tough time. This is a broken man.
I'm gonna be like, Reed, do your healing shit.
I mean, all I can do is I can do a lay on hands, but I don't know that I have anything for mental afflictions.
You've never dealt
I
with mental affliction?
I will try. I've never had to deal with mental affliction. I will try a lay on hands if that doesn't work. Give me a minute and let me read.
No big
And
deal.
this is in character, by the way.
The result of your lay on hands is going to be, like him like wincing and like shrinking away from your touch, and then the magic like pulses through, and he just. He's like not muttering. He's not no. He's not muttering to himself anymore. He's just breathing shallowly now.
Are you okay, Go?
Yeah.
And he says, "What? I." And he like looks up and he's like, "Who are you? Who are you guys? What? Why are you? I'm not going back. You can't take me back. I'm done. I'm done."
I'm gonna in a calm voice. I'm gonna go. You're not going back, fool. We're just trying to take care of the issue in the mine. We didn't know what you saw.
He said, "Didn't see anything. Didn't see anything. That's what's so scary. That's what's so scary." And he said, "Came out of nowhere. Had to get out. Had to get out. Came out of nowhere."
Yeah, I think he's starting it again.
So hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna try to diplomacy to calm him down.
Yeah, I think that's a good use of diplomacy.
Yeah. Still okay. 15.
15. He like, you like hold on. He takes one, shaky breath and lets it out. And he says, it got my armor and my weapon is still inside it.
So, I'm sorry. There's a loud noise in the.
It got my armor and my weapons. Period. It's still inside it.
And what was it? You didn't see it, but how do you know like it's still inside it?
He says, "Only I got out. Only I got out. My armor didn't get out. Only I got out."
To calm his nerves, I go up to him and hand him my bottle or my flask.
And he'll take it and like greedily drink down basically as much of it as you'll let him drink down.
I'm gonna stop him before he starts drinking too much.
And he, and he wipes his chin. and says, "It, I, yeah. How do
It's
you
okay.
attack? How do you
We seen some shit.
how do you attack something that destroys your weapon and takes your arm? How do you do that?"
Usually this puto, I'm gonna point at Ates and shoots magic at it.
Yeah, I've got some of those magic missiles.
Did you have any putos with you that shot magic?
And he shakes his head. He said, "Shot arrows, shot arrows. Arrows did not work very well."
So you're telling me armor, swords, and arrows don't really like affect this thing?
He says, "Affected, maybe not enough. It still got me."
Say, be like, listen, there's no problem with like surviving. You did what you did, and that's because you're here now. Remember, you still got brothers out there that depend on you.
He's gonna nod his head. Got, got brothers, got brothers. And
And
he's still pretty shaken,
yeah,
but he's not
yeah,
like hysterical.
yeah. So, but I had just one quick question. It had no form, like it didn't look like anything, any shapes.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Was it dark?
He says, "Yeah, the torches went out."
Was it like a wind, or just the torches just went out?
And he shakes his head. "I can't remember. I just know it got me. It was dark. I barely found
How
my way out."
how deep into the mines were you like before you got you?
He says, he says, I. And he like stops and he thinks about it. And actually, I think that's a good time for me to roll. I haven't made a single roll yet all fucking session. And he says, we were talking, but not for long. He says, "I don't think it was very deep."
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to the rest of my party and be like, I think we can get this. I think we can get whatever this is. We just gotta make sure like we don't bring regular ass torches. Like we bring something that can produce some sort of light, like without fire.
Can you light a stone up?
Me and this puto can. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna turn back to Go to listen to his answer.
Hey, I wonder if this. Oh, I wonder if this sounds like the guy that we were talking to. And I look at Sigbert and Arthur at the graveyard.
Maybe.
You'll
Anyway,
have to tell us. I wasn't there.
we wanted to hear what he said still.
In response to. Has anybody asked
Simone
him?
said he was waiting to hear what he was going to say.
I mean, I thought Simone was talking to you guys, talking about bringing like a torch that doesn't rely on fire. Did you ask him a question, Simone? Did I miss it?
Yeah, I thought I asked him. Oh, he already answered how far into the mine, right?
Yeah, he said not very far.
Okay.
I don't think.
Gotcha.
Not very deep, I think is what he said.
Okay, Go. I'm gonna look back at my party. But anybody else got any questions?
How fast did he get you after the torches went out? Did it get you?
He says, "Right away. Right away."
Okay. Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
I think I've got everything I need.
Okay. Thank you very much, Go. You've helped us out a lot, and once we kill this thing, we'll make sure you're the first puto to know.
And he nods. He says, "Yes, yes. Kill it. Kill it. Be careful."
And I go to walk out.
And he and as you guys are all walking out, You hear him just holler at you, "Remember to look up." And you guys walk out of the barracks. And standing outside the barracks is the guard who initially greeted you. He's obviously like been standing right there, like listening in. And he's
Yeah.
like, "That was pretty good. I haven't heard him talk that much in a week. That was great."
Yeah, but he needs his brothers right now, and I'm gonna kind of like tap him on the shoulder. I'm all, you should go talk to him.
And he puts his other arm on your opposite shoulder. He says, "I will,
Mhm.
thank you." And you feel him like give you a little squeeze before he releases and goes in, and he
Ooh.
like sits down next to the he sits down next to Go, and you hear the beginnings of a conversation, one-sided of course mostly, but
Yeah.
yeah. And
I'm gonna walk our way out, I guess.
okay, and you guys exit the barracks that are standing in the the walled district of Edgetown.
I'd also like to try to make like a mental map of walking into the barracks, the big citadel thing, and just kind of like remembering where the
Oh, I'm
barracks
sorry.
were
I'm
and
sorry.
stuff.
You guys were in a small building, like in the shadow of the citadel.
Oh,
But
okay,
you were like
gotcha.
right there, like looking up at it, like across the street,
Okay,
basically.
I gotcha. I
Yeah.
thought it was in the citadel.
No,
Okay,
no, I'm sorry.
gotcha. No problem. No problem. Yeah. So I'm gonna we're gonna walk out and be all like, okay, you put those ready for the mines.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck it, let's go.
Kytho, you don't even wear armor and shit.
I turn and look down. I was like, "Do you not see the fur that's across my?" And
Shit! I thought that was just like your back hair. Oh shit! That's your actual. That's armor. Oh, damn. Man, I was
Yeah.
hella tripped up.
Yeah, that's why your mom got tangled in it last night.
Fool, I saw you shit your pants behind a grave it's tombstone, bro. You can't like fucking get me with your mom joke. Like you wiped your ass with a rope, bro. Like you
know
smelled
what?
like shit
And
for
she's
like an
into it.
hour.
And she's into that, dude.
But though my mom's dead and she's been dead for a while now, fool. So
Hey, I know necromancers. Don't worry.
listen, fool. I'm telling you right now, you better shut your mouth,
Or what?
or I'm gonna have Will
All
rip
right,
your face off.
let's cool our
I'm
muffins.
not afraid of a pussycat.
This pussy will fuck you up though.
God, I
And
hope. It's been a while.
you're gonna see my eyes start to glow.
And I start reaching for my falchion.
You know what? I'm gonna let this play out.
You're gonna see Will starting to appear.
And I start unsheathing the falchion.
At some point, Will's gonna appear. I'm giving you a warning, Soto. Is your falchion?
I'm gonna start praying, so in case something fatal happens, I'm gonna really, really hope that neither of these two die.
And the rest of the party
Stands there and watches.
We're entertained.
That's a quick one.
I tried. Did my bit.
Kaidar,
Now hoping for the
unless you're
best.
gonna do anything else, Will is summoned.
I drink my flask and I enter rage.
Oh my god, these dorks.
Okay. All right.
Is Kyler gonna die right now?
Kyler's got a lot of
I'm
health.
going to ask one time if you guys want to engage in combat with each other, and if I get a yes out of both of you, then as far
All
as
right, here we go. I'm gonna be like, one last time, puto. You better take that back.
Let's roll for it. How about that?
I'm telling you in character, so you can roll and you can tell me your response. If Simone dies, Simone dies. But I feel like
Simone's
because
not
you
gonna die.
talk shit about his mom and his parents who got killed like in front of him, like that's like
all over D&D memes.
I can't. I have to roleplay this. I feel like Simone wouldn't let this go.
Yeah,
I like it.
and that's
Mad
consistent.
respect.
That's consistent with your backstory. You played your character up to this point.
Yeah.
That's I hear it.
Hold on, give me a second. You know what? I rolled for it.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 4. I back down. I sheath my falchion.
Okay. You're gonna see my eyes like slowly like go back
And
to
I-
normal.
And I exit out of rage.
Okay.
He's exhausted for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all. Is there something you're gonna say?
I take a drink out of my flask and start walking out.
Will's gonna be like, "What made him into a sourpuss?"
All right.
And I'm
Well,
gonna be like, "I don't know, puto, but."
Great to see you again, Will.
to the mine.
It's kind of Will goes over to Atesk and does that cat thing where they like rub their sides of their chin and body on their
No, not
leg.
me.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, but it's like a big ass cat, so it's like pushing you, you know.
I'm gonna look at A-Task and I'm gonna do the finger in the hole motion.
Oh my
What?
fucking god.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, you scared the DM out of the chat.
No,
Good job.
I tried to turn my video on and it crashes Discord
yeah.
every time. So
You're fine. And Will and I are going to start walking towards the mines.
yeah, if everybody's gonna head towards the mines, then you guys
Yeah.
are basically
Yeah.
gonna head back out the way you just came in the day before from Irigan, and you're gonna head back. You're gonna cut back east for a few hours, and then there's like a small secondary path which cuts up north to the mountains, which were on the opposite side of the lake. And you guys follow this path for a while. You do see, you do pass one set of Irigan refugees who, with their unmounted speed, are just starting to get to Edgetown. Like nobody else had a mount, so it's taken them at least an extra day to get here. But you pass, one bunch of refugees, and then you find your way to the like a huge cave mouth, basically, which has a bunch of dwarven esque machinery and toolage, in and around it, and it's very much so got that in that classical. You know how we have different styles. There's classical and baroque and all that stuff. This would be stereotypical dwarven fucking style, and would be identifiable like that to anybody who approached this place. And you guys unless you want to stop outside, you guys make your way in, and there are. Can you guys all hit B for me and turn your blindfolds on? I don't remember if I put Fog of War on this next map yet.
Okay. That's a curtain, not a blindfold.
Okay, thank you guys. Games. I'm gonna turn off my camera.
That got intense for a second.
If we
That
were
was
so
cool.
late, I know. If we were so late in the night, and Arrow wasn't here, I've got to curious what Arrow would have had said or done.
Probably Monza wouldn't have given a shit.
I think Aaron would have just let it happen.
Yeah.
Got something to eat.
Yeah. Then we can. I call the losers food. That's what he'd say, or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Our
for
fucking
sure.
party
That's perfect.
is so chaotic. I don't know.
So chaotic.
anything
Oh
else.
my god, you guys are so chaotic.
We literally had 2 instances of player on player action.
Wait, what was the first one?
I was trying to
Reese.
get him in the pool because he didn't, or the
Oh
pond
yeah,
because he didn't want
that's,
to go.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Both with one common denominator.
I think I'm playing my barbarian very well.
I
in
would
that
say
aspect.
that you are definitely playing him in a barbarian way.
Oh god.
Oh, I was ready too. I already had my spells lined up. Like,
Just gonna murk your ass. One round. All I needed. One round.
I know. Simone's over here. Give me a reason, bro.
I was ready, man. You want to talk about some shit you can't hit?
Well, fuck with me. I'll fuck with you.
You
My
can't fuck
squad's
with
my
this.
family.
Oh man, that's great. Okay, hold on. I had an error trying to open it. You gotta give me one sec, guys.
No problem.
Oh, it's cool. I love staring at curtains.
Note.
I know. As soon as the comes up.
I was gonna say before. I felt like
We're gonna stop
before
soon.
we're probably.
But
Yeah. I was gonna say because Aaron's. I don't think Aaron's going to miss like, at least this
Yeah,
part because
I
we're probably
wanted
getting close
to-
to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to load up the map at least if I could.
Yeah.
But I might be having technical issues, so this might be a good excuse as any to wrap it up and be able to start you guys, like headed into the mines. We can say for continuity's sake that somebody thought of Monzo and went back to the Salty Lantern to fucking like leave him a note telling him where they were going to be. But
I vote Reed.
okay, you guys can unblindfold. We're just gonna wrap up here.
Gotcha.
So one of you guys left a note for Monzo, saying, "Hey, we talked to the Lord. We are heading to the mines. Meet us there." And you guys headed off, and we will start next session with you guys like. I'll fix all the map stuff, and you'll like walk through the threshold of the mines. You'll talk with the foreman who's there, and we'll pick up the session from there.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, end on that tense moment.
Yeah, tense moment. Keep you guys on your toesies.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys playing tonight. It's cool. It's cool. I love that we get to play this campaign again. It's been a while.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I like it so far.
Cool.
I just my whole thing is like we have through Cade we were given a sense of urgency, so it's like it's hard. It's like man, I know Simone would not want to do side quests. That's the hard part. So trying to figure out which quest to do is almost like a puzzle in itself.
Then I'm doing my job as a DM.
Yeah.
If you have just enough choices that it's a puzzle, then that's great.
Yeah.
So, cool guys. I'm gonna go wrap up stream. I don't want to keep you. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty, cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
Later.
See ya.
Later.
See ya.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, well, let's take a look here, guys. We are not at enough members to raid, so I will just keep it brief and tell everyone to have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you guys on Friday for that game. That's about 6:30, and then a week from today on Tuesday, clips will hit YouTube probably in 2 days. Catch you guys later.